When they started getting into the printed circuit board, they started looking at plastic. The workmanship making plastic, the guys were not very disciplined, and they said, why do we have to make plastic? We know how to use titanium, and that's how titanium became a normal use in certain equipment that was not exposed to ammonium chloride, just because of the workmanship from that company out in Italy.
Okay.
But in general, titanium again is used because it's costly. Is where do I need it? Where I have a risk that the chemical, the acid I'm going to use, is going to attack that material. If that's the case, then I have to use something else that's besides titanium. And you got other areas of the tank where titanium cannot be used because, like for example, sulfuric acid will cause it to pickle. Cupric chloride, you can't use it because it's going to eat it away. Yeah, so that's how it works. That's its gauge, depending on the corrosion of the chemical that you're using, so that you protect that.
Okay, so basically, we understand we have the image of the process of PCB and during the process and related to the waste water or chemical treatment. So before the PCB processing, I think there's no chemical emission or vaporization, so there's no piping system needed to be coated with high performance coating, and the piping system made by high performance polymers. Am I right?
Correct. That is correct. So again, to summarize, PPO, PPE, kind of a high temperature plastic. The next one down would be polypro, then polyphenylene, and then TPVC.
Okay. And during the process, you mentioned that you do have some tanks, pipes, but also CPVC, PP, and even tanks, maybe titanium, these materials. There's no, you do not see any high polymers made for these pipes and tanks, right?
That is correct. If it is, it's just it's called specialized or uniqueness. You know, it's one of those what I call one-off. You know, it's a special case.
And during the process, I know there are a lot of chemical agents like NOH, CuC, or these agent chemicals used for the process, but there's no requirement for high purity of these chemical agents, right?
That is correct.
Okay, I understand.
You know, it's like, so, you know, the thing is, I'm going to buy Kynar. It's expensive, but do I need Kynar? Oh, I'll go Polypro. Oh, I need something a little higher, I'll go Kynar. Do I need to go to PTFE? Mm-hmm. Probably not. Because if that temperature gets that high, I got other issues. You follow? That's not a big care about. There's other issues going on besides that.
Hey, John, so any unmet needs you can think of from the separation or filtration in the board shops, or lubrication meaning the anti-scale, anti-stick, anti-friction. Any unmet needs in the board shop you can think of?
No, not at the moment. There's nothing there because when I set up the new factory, and I set up a very big factory, I did that in the United States and Asia, and Teflon, the call out, Teflon was just specialized areas. Follow? Mm-hmm. Like for example, I use Teflon balls for the foam blank as a foam, to reduce the heat dissipation loss on a certain chemical that didn't attack the plastic. If I don't need Teflon, I'll use Polypro. Mm-hmm. That would be the only area. And again, it's a special cost. I call that a special case isolated incident. As far as the waste treat, there's nothing there that I would need it because there's nothing there what I call an exothermic requirement.
Okay. The board shop doesn't do any filtration, any separation process. Correct.
They do that. They do that for, like, they use filter bags and all that, but